welcomes you back to Learning Grounds. Today we are going to continue with the conditional sentences once again. In the last video, you studied about the conditional clauses where we use the conjunction if to frame conditional sentences. Today we are going to replace if. Means instead of if, I am going to use some other conjunctions in order to frame conditional clauses. So let's begin. First of all, a small recap. Conditional sentences are those sentences where one of the clauses lays down a condition for the other clause to get fulfilled or for the other clause to perform its action. The clause that lays down the condition is called as conditional clause, whereas the clause which is affected by the condition is called as main clause. Not only this, we have also studied about the 4 types of conditional clauses. That is type 0, which deals with the universal facts, universal truth, scientific facts, events and such things. Then we studied about type 1 condition, which was also called as open condition. There, the other condition will only be satisfied when the if condition was fulfilled. Coming to the third type, that is your type 2 condition, which also deals with past events. Means these are hypothetical or unrealistic conditions. Means if one condition would have been satisfied, then only the other condition was possible. But it's just an imaginary condition because neither that condition was fulfilled nor this will be fulfilled. Coming to the last type of conditional clause, that is type 3. This type deals with unfulfilled wish or desire, and hence this is also a hypothetical situation or hypothetical condition. It expresses an action which might have taken place in the past, but in actual fact that did not take place. On the contrary, the speaker means that he would have acted differently had he known the consequences. So this is all we have studied till now with the help of different examples using if as a conjunction. Today we are going to replace if with some other conjunctions and try to reframe the same conditional clause using those conjunctions. So let's begin. We have an example, if you work hard, you will succeed. We will try to use this sentence in most of the cases, but this is what we have studied last time. Using if as a conjunction. So today I am going to replace this if with provided that. This provided that conjunction actually speaks about the possibility of the fulfillment of the action. And it means only if. Provided that means only if. So let's use this example with the help of provided that. If I have the question, if you work hard, you will succeed, and I want to use or rewrite the sentence using provided that, how will I write it? You can succeed provided you work hard. Either you write provided or you write provided that, both are correct. Even if you don't write that, it is understood that it is present. So you can write down you can succeed provided that you work hard, or you can succeed provided you work hard. What does it mean? You can succeed only if you work hard. So I have a if in some other form, that is your provided that. I hope this is clear. Let's do some more example where I can use provided that in the beginning of the sentence. Provided that can be used anywhere, either in the beginning of the sentence or in the middle of the sentence where your subordinate clause begins. So another example, provided there are good rainfall, we will have good harvest. When we will have good harvest? Only if there is good rainfall. So if we have good rainfall, we will have good harvest. If you ask the question or if you want to frame the question with this, generally in boards what happen? You are asked or you are given a condition in the bracket to begin with or use particular conjunction. So if you are asked to begin with provided that, you can begin in this manner. If you are asked to use provided in place of if, you can use in this manner also. So both are correct. Next way of replacing if is using but for. This but for means if it were not for. In conditional sentences, what happens? We are using modals in the main clause. And what are modals? Modals speak about the moods and attitudes of the speaker. There are various modals depicting various functions like permission, possibility, probability, intention, willingness, exception. Means number of moods are there which is expressed by the modal verbs. So here in case of but for, what is the mood of the verb? It talks about exceptions. If this did not happen, something else might have happened. But it actually happened? No. I thought I'll reach station on time. But due to traffic, I did not reach. So there's a condition laid down. That is why we are supposed to leave early, quite early, reach the station quite early. So that all the conditions, the possibilities of the condition are ruled out. So here, but for talks about the exception and it means if it were not for. In short, except for. Example.
If there had been no traffic, if there had been no traffic.
But did it happen? Was the traffic there or not? It was there. I would have reached early. So here you can see you are using the third conditional here.
If there had been no traffic,
I would have reached early. And if I want to use but for in place of if, what will I use? But for traffic. Why I am not using no word here? Why I am not using no? Because the meaning, this negative meaning is already present with but for. This negative meaning is already present with but for. So I am not repeating this negative. Two negatives will change to positive and we have to keep in mind the meaning of the sentence should not change at any cost. We have to try to keep the meaning same as far as possible. So I am not using this negative word in my answer because the conjunction itself means negative. So but for traffic, I would have reached on time. This is how we can use but for several examples. You can use but for the same example given up, that is if you work hard you will succeed. But for you work hard, you will not succeed. But for you work hard means now you are making this part as negative. So your main clause will also turn negative. So your answer will be you will not succeed. Coming to the next conjunction that you can use is suppose or supposing that. Suppose that or supposing that. Here also that, whether you mention it or not, it makes no difference. Now what do you mean by suppose? We use the word suppose when we are not sure about anything. We are not sure that this is going to happen or no. Then there we use the condition and the word as suppose or supposing. So If I am doubtful, if I am not certain, what will be the condition? So we use suppose or supposing that when we mean what if. Here suppose or supposing means what if, and it talks about the certainty, whether this is going to happen or not. For example, if I made a mistake, what would you do? I am not certain. If I made a mistake, what will be the consequence? Whether I will be punished or I will be forgiven. I don't know. For my mistake, I will be punished or forgiven. So I am not certain about it. So I will use suppose. Supposing I made a mistake, what would you do? Supposing that I made a mistake, what would you do? You can use both, supposing or supposing that. Anyone can be used. You can even use suppose that I made a mistake. What would you do? Main clause is not going to change. We are going to make certain slight changes in our if clauses only. So supposing I made a mistake, what would you do? Another conjunction that we use to join two clauses and convert it into conditional clause is otherwise. Otherwise means if not. Otherwise means if not. Here we get an option. We get a choice. Work hard, otherwise you will not succeed. Again, take the same example. If you work hard, you will succeed. When will you succeed? Only if you work hard. So here, work hard, otherwise you will not succeed. Now, otherwise is a negative word. Not a negative word. It is a word with negative meaning. Otherwise has a negative meaning. You can see here, not. So if it means a negative, then I need to introduce one more negative in the clause. The if clause or the subordinate clause or the conditional clause, so that the meaning remains same. This is your negative, this is your negative. So minus into minus equal to plus. So I get an affirmative sentence here. If I use two negatives in the sentence or in the clause, I get a affirmative clause just like this. You will succeed, because they will nullify each other. Otherwise and not, both will nullify each other, and I'll get the sentence as you will succeed. Work hard, you will succeed. And I have introduced otherwise and not, two negatives, so that the meaning of the sentence remains same. Look at the another example. Plant trees, otherwise the life will perish. I have otherwise here, meaning negative. Plant trees, the life will not perish. It means this. Plant trees, the life will not perish. If I have to use if in place of otherwise, I have to use if. What will my sentence be? If you don't plant trees, life will perish. So you can see if and not. That is what is given here. If and not. So if and not is replaced by otherwise. And this has become negative, so this will become affirmative. I have a negative sentence here and affirmative main clause here. So in your question, the if clause is negative and the main clause is affirmative. If I change the main clause to negative, because here you will see I have used otherwise with the main clause. One thing we have to keep in mind, which is the first action that is going to affect the other action. So here, planting trees are going to affect the life. With life I mean living beings. Any kind of life on earth. So the survival of life is dependent on the planting of trees. The survival of life is dependent on the planting of trees. Here you can see I have affirmative main clause and negative subordinate clause here. Right? So minus into plus, I get negative sentence. Here also minus into plus, I get negative sentence. So if you want to use if in place of otherwise, this is how you frame the sentence. And if you replace if with something else, this is how you frame the sentence. Coming to the next conjunction, we have in case. This also means if not. We use in case again to talk about the possibilities. Take an umbrella in case it rains. The condition may be true. If we are doubtful of the condition and we think or we suppose that the condition might be true or will be true or the condition might be fulfilled, we make use of in case. So in case talks about possibility, and if I say carry an umbrella in case it rains. So you can see in case can be used for imperative moods also. Here also you can see otherwise is also used for imperative moods where the command sentences are there. Plant trees, imperative. Work hard, imperative mood. So if not, any conjunction meaning if not can be used for imperative moods as well. So in case talks about possibility. One example already I said. Write it down if you don't want to forget it. If. I have if, now I am going to replace that if with in case. So write it down in case you forget it. Since this negative has come to in case, we are not going to use any negative here. This not will not be. This not will not come here because it has gone to in case. In case again has a negative meaning. So if I use in case, I am not going to repeat the negative word which is here. I will not repeat it. That negative has come to in case. So write it down in case you forget it. I have affirmative main clause and negative subordinate clause. Same way in answer also I have affirmative main clause and the subordinate clause or the conditional clause is negative. So you can see the meaning is same. One more conjunction with the same meaning if not is unless. Unless is again a word with negative meaning. All these words, all these conjunctions are used to frame affirmative sentences with negative meaning. So unless also means the same. Here we have to keep few things in mind. The meaning of each clause. If your if clause is negative and we are using negative words, not negative words, sorry, it's not negative words. If we are using words like unless, in case or otherwise, in such cases what happens, these conjunction itself has a negative meaning. So if we are using these words or these conjunctions in a sentence, we are not going to repeat the negative word given in your if clause again. Otherwise, it's going to change the meaning. We have to be very particular about the meaning of the sentence, which should not change. So, unless means if not. Again, unless has negative meaning. And again here, several conditions are possible. Main clause is affirmative. Subordinate clause is negative. So, when we use unless, both the clauses will be affirmative. Like, life will perish unless we plant trees. Let's take up this example. Let's take up the same example once again. If you don't plant trees, life will perish. Here I can see one is negative and one is affirmative. So here also you can see life will perish is affirmative and unless we plant trees is negative. So meaning remains same. There is no change in the meaning. Why? Because we have the word unless, which is negative in meaning. So what does unless actually mean? If I have if plus not in the if clause, then I am going to use unless in the affirmative tone. That is, the clause will be affirmative. The clause, the subordinate clause part will be affirmative if I use unless, otherwise or in case, and if negative is present in if clause. Because we are converting from if clause to other type of conditional sentences without using if, that is omitting if. This entire class is about replacing if. We are going to replace if with other conjunctions. So if I have not with if, I am going to use affirmative sentence with unless. Another example you see, you will not get food if you don't complete your homework. So now you have one negative here, one negative here. Means you will get food only if you complete your homework. The sentence has positive meaning. Though both the clauses are in negative form, it has positive meaning. Because if you don't complete your homework, you will not get food. Means you will get food only if you complete your homework. So now I am going to replace these two negatives and if with unless. So what will my answer be? You will not get food unless you complete your homework. So you will see one negative is here and one negative is here. So I am not going to use one more negative here. If I use one more negative, so what will happen? I will have three negatives, the sentence will turn negative. So I am not going to use that. Unless has taken up this negative one. This not has come to unless. So I need not repeat it. So now your sentence is, you will not get food unless you complete your homework. So again I get two negative, means the sentence remains, the meaning of the sentence remains same. Here also you see two negatives are there. Minus into minus plus. Here also minus into minus. So we have to see that the meaning do not change. One last conjunction that can be used in place of if is as long as. As long as is completely same as unless. The way we use unless. You will not get food as long as you complete your homework. As I said, if you don't complete your homework, you will not get food, has a positive meaning. Though two negatives are there, so here I am going to use C now. As long as has negative meaning. This also has negative meaning, so that negative will be removed from the clause, subordinate clause, conditional clause, and I am going to repeat this negative here. So you will see the use of as long as is absolutely same as unless. I hope the use of various conjunctions replacing if is clear to all of you. Keep practicing. It's a bit complicated one, but once you understand the concept, it is very easy. What you have to keep in mind is keep the meaning same. Do not change the meaning. See how many affirmative words are there or clauses are there and which one is a negative clause, and accordingly replace, and you can convert any sentence, any if clause into any other type of conditional clause. With this, I come to the end of today's session. In the next video, we will study some more new topics. Till then, bye-bye. Thank you.